The moment you step into Hong Kong, the city grabs you with its pulse. Skyscrapers reach for the clouds, while tiny street stalls fill the air with sizzling aromas. The best way to move around is almost magical. A small plastic car called the Octopus lets you ride subways, buses, trams, and even ferries without fumbling for coins. The subway snakes beneath the city like a silver ribbon, fast and efficient, while the old double-decker trams lumber slowly above ground, giving you a scenic peek into daily life. For a view that makes your jaw drop, hop on the Star Ferry across Victoria Harbor and watch the water sparkle against a skyline that seems to hum with energy. Language here dances between Cantonese and English, and those signs can feel like a cryptic code. Helpful apps can translate menus or guide you through bustling streets. Food in Hong Kong is an adventure on its own. Steaming baskets of dim sum appear like treasures at local restaurants. Street vendors tempt with egg waffles and curry fish balls, and tea houses pour fragrant brews that warm both hands and heart. Prices can vary wildly. A hole-in-the-wall eatery might surprise you with a feast for just a few dollars, while restaurants in central areas whisper of luxury and elegance. When night falls, the city transforms. Victoria Peak offers a panorama that makes you feel tiny in the best way, and the Tsim Sha Tsui Promenade is alive with lights, music, and a nightly symphony of light show. Temples tucked between buildings reveal a quieter side, where incense curls skyward and offerings hum with centuries of devotion. Markets spill into narrow streets. The Ladies' Market, Temple Street Night Market, and Stanley Market teeming with color, sound, and the thrill of a successful bargain. Money flows easily here in the form of Hong Kong dollars, though carrying a little cash is wise for street snacks. The city is remarkably safe. You can stroll late into the evening without worry, though crowded markets call for an extra glance over your shoulder. Hong Kongers move with courtesy in lines and public spaces, a rhythm you soon adopt without thinking. Respect is quietly woven into daily life. Never touch temple offerings, never step over incense, and remember the no-smoking zones at the streets. Seasons shape the city differently. Summer wraps you in heat and humidity, perfect for light clothes and water bottles at the ready. Winters are cool and dry, softening the edge of the city's intensity. From June to September, storms may sweep across the harbor, reminding you that Hong Kong is as wild and untamed as it is dazzling. And there are secret treasures waiting just beyond the city. Hikes like Dragon's Back and Lion Rock offer green escapes and breathtaking vistas. Lan Kwai Fong and Soho pulse with nightlife, while Lantau Island beckons with the serene Big Buddha and the quiet fishing village of Tai O. Everywhere you turn, Hong Kong is a city of contrasts, of ancient and modern, calm and chaos, flavor and sight, and it leaves you buzzing with stories long after you leave its shores. You wake up to the city humming. The sun is just touching the glass towers when you grab your octopus card and dive into the subway. The train glides silently through tunnels, and soon you're standing at Victoria Peak. The tram rattles upward, and as you reach the top, the city unfolds beneath you like a glittering tapestry. Skyscrapers sparkle against the harbor, and the tiny ferries below look like toy boats on a painted sea. You pause for a moment, letting the vastness sink in, before tracing the skyline with your eyes until morning crowd pulls you back down into the streets. Lunch takes you to a bustling dim sum restaurant, where carts loaded with dumplings, buns, and sticky rice glide past your table. Steam rises like little clouds, and each bite bursts with flavor. Shrimp dumplings delicate as lace, custard buns soft and golden. The air smells of soy and sesame, mingling with the chatter of families and friends. Outside, street vendors tempt you with egg waffles and curry fish balls, each bite a tiny explosion of sweet or savory delight. Afternoon finds you wandering through temples tucked between high-rises. At Wong Tai Sin, incense curls skyward. Prayers float silently, and you feel a strange calm amid the city's pulse. Nearby, markets spill with color, red lanterns, jade trinkets, silk scarves, and you haggle politely, feeling the thrill of victory as a vendor smiles and agrees to your price. Night falls like velvet and the city glows. You stroll along Tsim Sha Tsui Promenade, the harbor reflecting neon lights in liquid mirrors. Across the water, skyscrapers perform their nightly symphony of lights, a choreographed dance of lasers and colors that makes the city feel alive. A ferry drifts past, its horn soft against the music of the city, and you pause, realizing this is the heartbeat of Hong Kong, chaotic, radiant, and utterly unforgettable. The next morning, you take a tram along Hong Kong Island, the slow pace giving you time to watch daily life unfold. Office workers sipping milk tea, elderly men playing Chinese chess in tiny parks, students laughing as they rush past. Later, a hike along Dragon's Back rewards you with cliffs that tumble into the sea, green hillsides contrasting sharply with the concrete jungle below. On the way back, you stop at a small tea house where the smell of jasmine tea and warm buns calms your muscles and spirits alike. Evenings bring you to Lan Kwai Fong, alive with music, laughter, and clinking glasses. The streets pulse like a vein of energy, and you find yourself swept into the rhythm, mingling with locals and travelers alike. Some nights, you cross the harbor to Lantau Island, standing before the serene Big Buddha, feeling the quiet majesty of stone and prayer. Tai O fishing village whispers of old Hong Kong, wooden stilt houses swaying gently over water, far from the neon glare. Each day folds into the next, a mixture of flavors, sights, and sounds. The city teaches you to move quickly when you need to, but also to pause for a cup of tea, a temple incense swirl, or the laughter of children in a park. By the end of your visit, Hong Kong doesn't feel like a city you've traveled to. It feels like a city you've lived in, a place that has wrapped its energy around you and left you with stories shimmering like sunlight on the harbor. On your third morning, the city feels different, like it's holding its breath, waiting to reveal secrets only the curious notice. Mist hugs the harbor, softening the skyline, and the streets are quieter, as if the skyscrapers themselves are leaning in to whisper stories. You step off the MTR in an unfamiliar neighborhood, where narrow alleys twist like ribbons. Walls are painted in colors you didn't know existed, and the aroma of roasting chestnuts mingles with salty sea air. A faint clang of a gong draws you toward a tiny temple tucked between two neon-lit shops. Inside, golden statues gleam in the filtered sunlight, and incense curls upward in slow, hypnotic spirals. No tourists crowd the room. Only you, the quiet chanting of monks, and the faint hum of the city beyond the doors. It feels like you've stumbled into a secret world hidden in plain sight. Leaving the temple, you wander deeper into the alleys, discovering cafes that feel plucked from another era, where the air smells of freshly baked pastries and strong coffee. Street art covers the walls in bold swirls, murals of dragons and koi fish that seem to move when you look at them from the corner of your eye. A hidden staircase leads you up to a rooftop garden with vines curling over rusted railings, and suddenly the city sprawls below like a living map. Lanterns twinkle, traffic threads like rivers, and in the distance, the faint glow of the harbor promises yet another adventure. Every turn feels alive with possibility. A bell above a doorway jingles as you enter, revealing a tiny bookstore crammed with rare texts and old photographs. The owner greets you with a knowing smile, and you realize Hong Kong is not just a city to see. It's a city to feel, to explore in fragments, like collecting shards of light that together create a dazzling mosaic. You can almost hear it whisper, "There's always more if you dare to look." And with that, you step out into the alley again, the mist lifting, your heartbeat echoing the rhythm of the city. Ahead, the unknown beckons, and you know that in Hong Kong, even the smallest street can lead to the grandest adventure.